1991 was a notable year for cartoons. MC Hammer, Macaulay Culkin, and three sports icons got their own cartoons. Grindhouse made its way into Saturday mornings, and by the end of the year, NBC was out of the Saturday morning cartoon game completely. Join me as I take a look back at the cartoons of 1991 that didn't have the staying power for a second season. Let me know in the comments if you remember watching any of these. Number 10, Hammerman.
Whenever there's a crime, some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, cause the Hammerman will be there.
MC Hammer was a massive pop icon in the late 1980s, so naturally someone decided to develop a cartoon series based on the superstar. Released September 7th, 1991 on ABC, Hammerman was about a man named Stanley who received some magical shoes from Gramps, aka Soul Man, who was a retired superhero. When Stanley puts the shoes on, he transforms into the superhero Hammerman, complete with his signature glasses, parachute pants, and backup singers, using music as a weapon. Every episode opened with a live-action scene featuring Hammer and some kids with a lesson of the week before starting the cartoon segment. And at the end, he would talk to the audience to close out the lesson.
Find out about the real person before you judge somebody. Be friends with everybody. I'm your friend, and I'm the Hammerman.
Hammerman was actually voiced by Clark Johnson during the cartoon segments.
Napoleon's head cure for the city, so let's get down and let's get busy.
Now, there were a lot of nods to Hammer's real life in the series, which was a nice touch, but the plot was just too basic to keep kids entertained. Each episode felt like it was following the same formula over and over without adding much excitement. Not only that, the cartoon was overloaded with MC Hammer songs, which really made it feel weak.
Yo, G, it's Hammer time!
ABC pulled the plug after just one 13-episode season due to poor ratings. Number 9, Little Shop.
Little shop, take me to the little shop. I wanna go to the little shop. Word, Little Shop.
Released September 7th, 1991 on Fox Kids. Little Shop was loosely based on Roger Corman's 1960 comedy horror, Little Shop of Horrors.
Given you sunlight, I've given you rain.
As well as taking some inspiration from the off-Broadway production. Horror elements from the film, of course, were toned down for a children's audience, and the characters were changed to 13 years old. Venus Flytrap Jr. sprouts from a 200-million-year-old seed.
200 million years?
And has the ability to talk and hypnotize people. Only Seymour, the young flower shop employee, is aware of Junior's abilities. Episodes focus on the pubescent exploits of Seymour the nerd, Audrey, his love interest, and Payne Driller, the local bully. Episodes feature some sort of moral of the week.
Getting my little green bud back where it belongs.
They also feature a couple of musical numbers, consistent with the urban persona of the plant in the musical. He speaks in a hip-hop type dialect. Also featured are some singing flowers, reminiscent of Crystal, Ronette, and Chiffon from the musical.
Seymour, check this out. You see plant and flower, moss and tree, living in P-E-A-C-E.
I can definitely remember enjoying this cartoon as a kid, and watching it again today, it's still pretty entertaining. However, Fox Kids executives didn't agree, and the series was canceled after only one season of 13 episodes, leaving many kids devastated. Currently, you can find all the episodes on the Internet Archive. Number 8, Prostars.
Michael's prime is slam time. Prostars, show stars. Wayne's hot, slap shot. Bo knows where to go. Prostars.
Released September 14th, 1991 on NBC. This was yet another attempt to cash in on the coattails of a superstar. This time, the story follows three sports icons of the era: Michael Jordan from basketball, Wayne Gretzky, the hockey star, and Bo Jackson was able to cover baseball and football. The three team up to respond to emergencies around the world as superheroes. The series was originally intended to air on ESPN as part of a kids block that never actually happened. The episode would open with a live-action segment featuring one or more of the stars, talking about the upcoming cartoon.
Don't know it's cartoon.
Each cartoon would start with a child needing some sort of help, followed by the Prostars coming in to save the day.
Hi, Prostars. My name's Jimmy Hanks, and I heard that you guys help kids with problems.
Extremely formulaic but effective due to the popularity of these sports icons.
Huddle up, Prostars. I've got a plan.
However, this simply wasn't enough to bring it back for a second season, and Prostars ended after one 13-episode season. Number 7, Bucky O'Hare in the Toad Wars.
Bucky O'Hare! Bucky! That's Bucky! Bucky O'Hare! Let's croak us some toads!
Based on a cult comic book by Larry Hama and Michael Golden, this cartoon followed a green space rabbit leading a ragtag crew against the evil Toad Empire, trying to cash in on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles formula with the sole intention of selling merchandise to children with a kick-ass cartoon. It had action, lasers, catchphrases, and even a video game. The problem, it aired in syndication, which meant no consistent time slots. And it got overshadowed by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Despite its comic pedigree and merchandising push, it lasted just 13 episodes. Still, it's remembered fondly and loved by hardcore fans of 90s space action cartoons.
I had me doubts, Willie, but you're sure worthy of my hands in friendship.
Bucky O'Hare had all the ingredients of a hit: comic book roots, action figures, and even an arcade game. But like its title character, it was hopping all over the place with no network home.
How about I put a shot or two across his bows, matey? Do it!
Number 6, Spacecats. Created by Paul Fusco, the visionary and voice of Alf, this series was produced by Marvel Productions and hosted by Charles Nelson Riley.
Dork for short, Captain. I'm a dork.
You could say that again, sir.
It was part live-action puppetry and part animation. The premise, alien cats come to Earth to secretly help humans, usually with a goofy public service message style moral at the end.
Hello then. It's time for today's Spacecats words of wisdom.
Remember, don't chew with your mouth open.
Because friends can take food right out of it.
While the concept sounds wacky enough to work, the mix of animation and Riley's over-the-top hosting left kids confused.
What makes Earth different from all the other planets?
The Home Shopping Network?
No, you feline fuzzball.
Ratings tanked and Spacecats was canceled after just 13 episodes. Half live action, half animated, and fully bizarre. It was more of a curiosity than a hit, and it quietly vanished after just one season.
Oh, shut up! We have business to discuss.
Yes, sir.
Number 5, The Toxic Crusaders.
Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders, Toxic!
You probably know The Toxic Avenger is one of the grossest, strangest cult movies of the 1980s.
The vandals and the perverts had their way with the little people of Tromaville until the Toxic Avenger ripped them apart.
So naturally, someone thought, let's turn it into a Saturday morning cartoon for kids. That's how we got The Toxic Crusaders. The series took the R-rated body-melting mayhem of Troma Entertainment and watered it down into a goofy, eco-friendly team of misfits.
What are we doing with kitty litter?
Toxic, we're not fighting Heathcliff. Trust me.
Complete with toy tie-ins, comic books, and even a Nintendo game. Instead of gore, the villains were pollution-spewing bad guys, while Toxie and his friends used slapstick to save Tromaville. It was part of a bigger wave of gross-out environmental cartoons. Think Captain Planet, but with radioactive mop jokes.
Oh no, that thing ate my mom.
The problem was kids didn't really connect with it, and parents were confused about why a cartoon based on a notorious grindhouse movie even existed. After 13 episodes, the Toxic Crusaders were wiped off to Saturday mornings, leaving only their action figures behind.
Hideously deformed action figures from Playmates.
Number 4, Wish Kid.
Wishing's what I like.
At the height of Home Alone mania, NBC figured they could build a cartoon around Macaulay Culkin's star power. Thus, Wish Kid was born. Culkin voiced a boy named Nick McClary, who discovered that his baseball glove could grant him one magical wish per week. But as you'd expect, the wishes always came with a catch, leading to predictable hijinks. The show was heavily marketed, even running promos during primetime Home Alone reruns.
A Saturday morning show on NBC. It's called Wish Kid. Watch it.
Macaulay Culkin is Wish Kid this fall.
But outside of Culkin's voice, the cartoon didn't have much to offer. Stories were paper thin, and the one wish a week gimmick wore out fast.
I'm back! I'm old again!
Audiences quickly lost interest, and once the Culkin craze started cooling, NBC didn't bother keeping Wish Kid alive. It ended after just 13 episodes, proving you can't build a whole cartoon on star power alone. Number 3, Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? There he is.
The Where's Waldo books were a massive cultural phenomenon in the late 80s and early 90s, so CBS tried to cash in with a Saturday morning cartoon. The problem? A cartoon about a guy you're supposed to find doesn't exactly translate to animation.
During today's story, see if you can find a scary bat that belts home runs, a ghost with a polka dot hat, a prisoner with extra long arms.
To make it work, the show gave Waldo a talking dog named Wolf, a rival named Oddlaw, and a narrator named Wizard Whitebeard.
Oh, hey, time flies when you're having fun, Wally. I mean, Waldo.
Each episode had Waldo traveling the world. It was colorful and fun, but it lost the main appeal of the books, the interactive puzzle element. Viewers found the gimmick more annoying than engaging, and the ratings never justified a second season. After 13 episodes, Waldo vanished again, this time from Saturday mornings. Number 2, Yo, Yogi.
Yo, Yogi, yo! He's smarter than the average bear. Yo, Yogi, yo! At the picnic basket eating all day. Yo, Yogi, yo! Yo, Yogi! Let's go!
By the early 90s, Hanna-Barbera's classic characters like Yogi Bear and Boo Boo were considered outdated. NBC's solution? Let's make them teenagers, give them 90s slang, and set the show in a shopping mall.
Welcome to the grandiose opening of my new Jellystone Mall.
That's right you are, entrepreneurial pop of mine.
Thus, Yo Yogi was born. Every episode had Yogi, Boo Boo, Cindy Bear, Snagglepuss, and others hanging out at Jellystone Mall, skateboarding and solving mysteries.
A little deception, perhaps. A disguise. Some camouflage, even.
It even featured cameos from Scooby-Doo and other Hanna-Barbera icons. The show went all in on the 90s aesthetic, with bright neon visuals, radical catchphrases, and even an experimental use of early CGI in its opening credits. But the changes didn't sit well with audiences. Older fans thought it was a cheap cash-in, and younger kids weren't interested in mall culture detectives. After just 13 episodes, Yo Yogi was canceled, and NBC ended its entire Saturday morning cartoon block soon after. It was literally the last original Saturday morning cartoon NBC ever produced. Number 1, Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing! You are amazing! Oh, Swamp Thing!
On paper, this one should have worked. DC Comics' Swamp Thing was a fan-favorite character. The toy line was ready, and Fox was looking for the next big superhero hit. Instead of horror or social commentary like the comics, the cartoon turned Swamp Thing into a kid-friendly eco-hero with mutant powers, fighting pollution-themed villains.
I think you'll be the main course, and your friend will be dessert.
Think again, Skin Man.
The show even had a catchy rock anthem with the lyrics, "Swamp Thing, you are amazing." But here's the kicker, only 5 episodes were produced. Fox aired them quickly, then pulled the plug, leaving a full Kenner toy line with no real show to support it.
Swamp Thing, Guardian of the Earth. Swamp Trap playset, Rock Rover and figures sold separately.
Today it's mostly remembered for its over-the-top theme song, and the fact that it might be the shortest-lived superhero cartoon of the decade. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos just like this.